Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain about how to create the different type of transaction. We have two different way to create the transaction. One, we can invoke the new transaction dialog from plus button using from the ribbon menu, or you can select the individual account and click new transaction button over here. If account is selected, either hitting new or hitting the plus button in the ribbon, it will pre-populate the account number over here. In the new transaction screen, we have date. You can select for which date you want to create transaction. Maybe something you missed yesterday to create. Maybe you can select as yesterday's date, or if you want to create for today's, you can leave it as it is. By default, it will show as a today's date. And in this status, we have different status: unreconciled, reconciled, void, follow-up, and duplicate. So unreconciled is nothing but let's say, take an example. I'm going to give some check to someone. Okay, I have given the check, but till now the check amount is not debited from my account. In such a cases, I can select transaction type status as a unreconciled and create the transaction. And once the actual amount is debited from my bank account, I can come and change the status to reconciled. Reconciled means your money manager application entries and your bank statement both are in the same state. So that's the reason we can add the status as a reconciled. And void means if you want to reverse your transaction, either you can go and delete them, and if you want to keep them in the money manager, and if you want to not to consider this for any of the other income or expense calculation, that time you can void. For example, if you want to if you are bought something from the Amazon and you have returned back, so in such a cases you can make those transactions as a voided. And follow-up means this is a transaction created with the specific status. That means that you need to follow up for this transaction. Maybe just entry is created and the actual amount is not given. Maybe you need to speak to them to get the amount. So in such a cases, you can use the follow-up. And duplicate says the same, this particular entry is duplicate of something. In such a cases, you can select as a duplicate. In the type, we have different type: withdrawal, deposit, and transfer. I will create one transaction for each category, and you can enter the amount. Let me take this as reconciled, and I'm going to take this as a deposit. I'm going to get the deposit of some amount, let's say 1,500 rupees into my KD bank account. And from whom I'm going to get, I could see, let's say I'm getting some income from the Amazon. I'll select Amazon as my payee, and in the category I can select as income. Let's say maybe income as reimbursement or refunds. And in the tax, I don't have any specific relevant tax over here. So if you want, you can select any relevant tax from this list, or if relevant tax doesn't exist over here, you can type something and press space bar, and system will ask you whether you want to create the new tax over here. If you click as, system will create the new tax. In this case, when you are in the new transaction screen, really you do not require to move to the tax manager to create the new tax. Here itself you can create them. and the this will be considered as a reference number for this transaction. If you want to generate automatically, just hit the this particular icon to increase the number, get the automatic number. Since this is the first transaction, the number is kept as 1, and just click OK. New transaction will be created. Okay, so now let's assume I have 1600 rupees in my bank account. 1500 it was deposit, and 100 was the my beginning balance. I'm going to withdraw from ATM 500 rupees from here. How do I make those transactions? Click new and select the type as a transfer, and I'm going to keep status as a reconcile, and amount 500 I'm going to. And in this case, when you select type as a transfer, you will get from and to account. So in the to account, I need to specify the moment we withdraw, the money automatically will be in our wallet. So I'm going to select as a wallet. Here I will look at here I don't see any specific category as a transfer. So what I'm going to do, let me cancel this screen and go back to the my category manager. I'm going to add one more category saying as money, and in this add subcategory as a and go back and click new. I'm selecting as a transfer and reconcile. Amount is 500 and to account is my wallet. Category is a transfer. So okay, I think we have already one category as a transfer, which we can select, or you can select money as a transfer also. So let me select as a transfer over here itself, and the tax I'm going to leave it as a blank, and hitting for the new transaction number. Now it will be 2. So now automatically the second entry will be added, and the amount 500 will be deducted from this account balance. And if you go to the my wallet, I will have the 500 is deposited over here, and here it will be in the deposit. And if you look at in the parent account, it will be in the withdrawal. And next one, let's take an example. I'm going to purchase something. I'm selecting my credit card account, clicking new transaction, and selecting as a reconcile. And this time it will be withdrawal, and I'm purchasing something for 100 from the Amazon. So if you look at here, the category is already populated over here. The reason being, when I receive the amount 1500, I have selected the category as a income and reimburse and refund, and this will be stored in your category manager as a last category used for this particular payee, so that if you are using frequent payee, so that you don't need to select the category as another step. So here it's an income, sorry, it's an expense, so I'm going to select the correct expenses. Let's say I purchase some movie tickets, so I'm selecting as a movies here, and generate the next number and click OK. So this transaction number will be generated unique for individual account. And after this all transaction, if you go to the dashboard, your dashboard will be updated with the list of accounts with what is the current balances and you can see what is your income and expense, what you have got for the current month. Those also will be displayed as a chart and as well as in the table format, and the list of categories will be listed in the down also, and the total number of transaction also will be listed here. Today we made 3 transactions, that's why total number of transaction is displayed as a 3. And there is one more specific cases we have here. While creating transaction, I want to tag it for the different categories. That is also possible over here. For example, I am purchasing something. Let's say for 1000 rupees I purchased from the Amazon. But in my Amazon order, maybe I have bought something different. So in such a cases, you can click this use split categories icon. This will open up different split transaction dialog, and select the correct categories. Let's say I will say let's say home need clothings. So I bought clothes for 500 rupees. I will select as a 500, and if you want to track specific tags, you can use the specific tags. Maybe I will select as a test, and if you want to enter the notes, you can enter the notes as well. And the second category you can select as, let's say you bought some books as well. Books is for the 500 rupees, and click OK. And this category selection will be tagged as a split transaction. And if you want to see what those all split, still you need to mouse over to this icon to look at the details. And if you want to edit, you need to click once again and go to the edit screen and start making changes. And if you want to remove some of the split, you can select and click remove button, it will remove. And if you want to add anything more, click add button, and it will start adding one more entries over, blank entries over here, but you need to fill them. So let me take I paid for 250, and this let me select for book as 250 rupees and click OK. So also here it will say plus button, and it will show all the categories whatever you have selected over here. That's all for today's video. If you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go and subscribe and share it with your friends. Also like the video. Thank you so much.